Yeah, this is a victory lap for Kyren Wilson, but let's see if he can keep his winning streak going. He's played in the... Since it became a ranking event, this Championship League, he's played 15 matches.
Matthew, do you want to
won
call?
13, drawn 1, lost 1. John Higgins the only man to beat him in this
Hence
format, this version of the Championship League.
Kyren to break.
But whatever happens, he'll be coming back on Friday as the defence of his title continues into the last day. Matthew Stevens can't get second. Oliver Lyons is going to be second. He can get third, which is an extra £1,000 to deny Ken Doherty, but Kyren Wilson has done all the hard work already.
Have a good match. Okay. Kyren, have a good match. You're breaking. Okay.
My break.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, yeah. Yeah. The first frame. Kyren Wilson to break.
Of course, action continuing on table 2. They've caught up a bit over there. Mark Davis going well here. 113 the break with 22 still on. So that's to lead Nop and Senkarm 2-0. Mark Davis lost his first match to David Lilly and his second to Bei Lang Ning. So he's not going to win the group as he misses the brown. 113 though. Guaranteed a point there. And Senkarm, who was on 4 points coming in, he's now struggling. Bei Lang Ning plays the last match against David Lilly with a chance to win that group. That'll be some story because, of course, he's not actually on the tour.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think David Lilly could still win it as well. He could get to 6 points, and he's not on the tour either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, he won his first match, the first match of the day, lost his second, but he can get to 6, so that'll be one to savour later.
9.
Yeah, meanwhile, a fantastic opening red from Matthew. And I've got a feeling Matthew's just going to go for his shots. See how far it takes him. But yeah, when pushers come to shove in this group, Kyren Wilson has showed his quality and quite rightly come out on top.
14. 9. 15.
'He's a very good cueist, Matthew.
22. 23.
Yeah, I wouldn't be at all surprised if he flew through this match now. The kind of pressure's off in terms of winning the group. As I say, he can get third rather than fourth, but you know, the sort of real pressure's gone, and we know what a great player he is. We've seen that many, many times the last couple of decades.
He just had one of those days against Ken Doherty where nothing
30.
he did went right. You know, fortunately for him, the group was gone then.
$31.
One of the tournaments he won that maybe isn't spoken of enough was the Scottish Masters 1999. That was a real high-quality invitation event. And to win it in successive rounds, he beat Ronnie O'Sullivan, Mark Williams and John Higgins. So that tells you something about Matthew Stevens at his best.
39.
Yeah, I think most players would give their right arm to have had Matthew's career, but with the ability that Matthew's got, I think a lot of people would say he's one, if not the biggest underachiever in the game.
44.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange sort of compliment to give someone. It doesn't sound like a compliment, but it's taking into account what everyone thinks of him as a player. But he's done plenty. He's won the UK Championship and the Masters, two of the real jewels in the crown, literally the Triple Crown.
Yeah, and came within a whisker of winning the World Championship on a couple of occasions.
45.
That's not in though.
Matthew Stevens. 45.
Yeah, surprising miss, just as he was going along nicely.
Matthew Stevens.
And this is where Kyren is normally so deadly. 40-50 behind. Ball's nicely placed.
Cheers, Kyren, thank you.
Well, he's always described rightly as a great rest player, but on that occasion missing the red. I guess from his perspective as well, you know, he's already won the group. I'm not saying he's not going to try, he will, but the intensity maybe that was there earlier, by necessity, isn't there now. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, that's the key word as well, intensity. He's a very focused individual, and because he knows the job's done, that's clearly not going to be there.
8.
You know, and often it can go one of two ways. You know, you lose your concentration and don't play very well, or like Mark Davis on the other table, he's definitely come bottom, I think, of that group, but all of a sudden
9.
the Q arm's freed up, he's just made 70 and then a century, and it's like he can't miss. And then you leave here bitterly disappointed that you didn't find that sort of form at the beginning.
40. $15.
Well, the black would put him 67 in front, still with 67 available.
Yeah, good shot. I think he's on the shred, so it's frame over.
Yeah, missed that black
23.
earlier, but Kyren Wilson immediately missed with the rest. But if you're just joining us, Kyren Wilson has won this group regardless of this result.
$28.
Be surprised if Wilson played on, even if this red doesn't go in.
Matthew Stevens 28
Yeah,
on the
stayed in his
first
seat.
frame.
So a couple of visits, enough for Matthew Stevens to win the first frame against our group winner, Kyren Wilson. Stevens leads 1-0. Matthew Stevens leads Kyren Wilson 1-0. Pretty swift opening frame. He's looking to end the day on a high by winning his first match, and he would finish third in the
Second
table.
frame. Matthew Stevens
Wilson
to
is
break.
top, Oliver Lyne second. So it's whether he can nick a grand off Ken Doherty. That's the remaining sort of thing to be decided.
And I'm sure he'd love to do that after all those flukes he had against him.
Hello? Oh, nearly. Would have been in trouble actually if that had gone in.
Yeah,
The cue ball's finished.
Yeah, Matthew might be in trouble with this. He needs some equipment here to reach this one. Oh, I think he needs to be possibly a little bit higher up than that. Don't want to miss cue. Oh, struck it well.
Cheers, man, thanks.
Good shot from there. Especially for Matthew, he doesn't like using the rest and the spider.
Eight.
Yeah, played a positive shot there, but left himself this tricky cutback, especially stretching.
9.
And again, just can't quite get the cue ball under control. Don't think he can see the brown, can he? Just about. Nicely in position
12.
now.
Thirteen.
Just while we watch this,
8.
Peter, because you're in action tomorrow. Your group, you're in with Mark Allen, Ricky Walden, Fergal O'Brien. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, very tough group, some great players, you know, and so yeah, you know, I know I'm going to have to play well to have any chance of even winning a game. Never mind trying to top the group, you know. Some fantastic
19.
players, and it's good to see Ricky Walden back playing some good snooker. Hopefully he doesn't tomorrow, like, but you know, after his injuries, you know, Mark Allen's always a terrific player, and you know for a fact that Fergal will have been working hard, practicing hard. So yeah, but I'm really looking forward to it.
That'll be on table 2 tomorrow.
25.
Table 1, the group is Judd Trump, Jimmy Robertson, Tom Ford and Stuart Carrington.
26.
Well, that's criminal, Dave.
What's he ever won, eh?
Correct. Do you know I won the World Seniors in 2017?
$33.
Probably for the best.
Well, of
No,
course,
mine and Fergal's match going on all night.
34.
well, of course Matchroom Live viewers can watch the whole day on there. Just 2 days left of the Championship League.
Yeah, so by the time this is finished tonight, I'll be in the last 14. Do I get any more ranking points for that?
Don't think it works that way, unfortunately.
41. $42.
Yeah, this is impressive stuff from Matthew. Just play on the red at the bottom of the pack. Doesn't need to go into the reds, I don't think, but
49.
may choose to. They're a fairly nice target.
50. $57.
That could have been kinder. Just needs one more good shot if he can cue this red into the corner.
Meantime, Mark Davis has played really well over there. 3 big breaks. And he wins 3-0.
58.
So Noppen Senkam then stuck on 4 points. And it goes to the last match. Bai Lang Ning is on 4 as he begins it against David Lilly,
84.
who's on 3. So that's become the group decider, that match. And it's going to follow in a few minutes' time. But Mark Davis ends the downer high, at least with a very good performance there. Meanwhile, Matthew Stevens is playing like a dream. He's potting everything.
95.
Well, it could be back-to-back centuries. He made, what, 110 in the last frame?
64.
And in goes the black. Well, it's a very impressive way to finish, isn't it? Mark Davis, he hasn't won the group, but he'll be with us tomorrow in commentary. In fact, it's his birthday.
Well, happy birthday to MD, and every credit to him. You know, it'd have been easy for him to
70.
go out there and just get it over with quickly, but every
72.
credit. You know, that's Noppen sang him out and made it a straight shootout with the 2 amateurs.
Yeah, amazing, really. Meanwhile, this has been fabulous, this break.
75.
Yeah, a bit of vintage Matthew Stevens.
76.
It just shows you, and we saw there with Mark Davis, as you say, if the pressure's off, which it is really, then it just shows you how good they are, these guys.
Yeah, and it just shows you what pressure can do. This is what everybody's striving for.
83.
To try and play as relaxed as they possibly can when the pressure's
84.
on.
Just misses the black,
Matthew
so the
Stevens,
break ends at 84. It's
84 on
another
the
quick
frame.
kill, though. And so no time at all. Matthew Stevens guarantees himself a point from the last match of the day here on table 1. He leads our group winner, Kyren Wilson, by 2 frames to 0. As for this group,
The third
it's already
frame.
been decided. Kyren Wilson has
Wilson's
won
break.
the group. He trails 2-0 in this match. Let's see if he can win a frame here, or whether Matthew Stevens will end the day with victory, and of course that would mean he finishes 3rd in the table.
Two excellent frames from Matthew Stevens. Showing his intent, he's not going to hang about. He's going to go for his shots. Here's a nice target now, behind the yellow, brown and blue. This looks a bit pacey though. Not the worst kiss ever though, leave the white out on the baulk cushion. Can Matthew knock this long red in? It's done round the back of the black.
One.
Absolutely he can. Just overrun slightly, so will he play safe off the brown in behind the yellow, or will he try and cut the brown in? been very attacking so far. And there's your answer. And that definitely deserved better
5.
than he's got.
Matthew Stevens 5.
Didn't really want to play safe there, but had no choice, I'm afraid. Caught that a little bit thin, that's why the white's come a foot or so away from the ball cushion. Left a possible shot to nothing for Kyren.
Interestingly, previous meetings 4-0 to Wilson. He played the Crucible 2018. He won 10-3, but of course all of those were meaningful matches. This, frankly, isn't really for him. I mean, he'll try his best, but they're not as meaningful as the 2 he won because they've won in the group.
He's left a shot at this red to the right centre pocket.
So Kyren Wilson yet to pot a ball, yet to score a point. I guess the only points that really matter to him are the 6 that have got him to on the top of the table. Even so, I don't think he wants to necessarily be taking a part in the last match, really. Pride comes into it.
Yeah, and snooker's all about momentum as well. The longer you can keep a good run going. Won't want to go into Friday's group off the back of a defeat, even if his work is already done. That's a very good safety shot. Now the black's been opened up a little bit as well. The reds are all in the open. Looked like it was going to be a bit of a stalemate, but that's soon passed. Kyren's in a bit of trouble here. Is he trying to pot this red closest to the right hand corner? Oh. But has he gone in off?
Foul. Matthew Stevens 4.
Now, can Matthew pot this red and somehow get out onto a colour? Not sure he can avoid the other reds, which is his problem.
One. Yellow ball. Matthew Stevens 1.
Matthew trying to keep the pressure on.
One.
Excellent long pot again, but no reward again, I'm afraid. Just a trickle up behind the brown.
Yeah, colours are not in nice positions at all.
Matthew Stevens 1.
Black and pink tied up. Blue just off the bulk cushion. Yellow tied up. Not really good news wherever you look.
Not sure about that, Dave. I'd take this against Mark Allen tomorrow.
That's a little, if Mark's listening, there's a little clue as to the strategy that Peter's going to employ.
Yeah, not easy to do from your seat though.
You've heard of the phrase local lockdown?
Foul. And a miss.
Oh, we didn't know if that hit
Matthew
or not.
Stevens 4. Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
A couple of shots time, everything could be opened up though. There's a white cleaned here. There's
Yeah,
put it a big blob of chalk on the cue ball.
Yeah.
That's not Brendan Moore's marker, is it? From earlier.
I think he'll never let that out of his sight now after what happened.
One.
Now, has he gone far enough for the pink? That was another good red. Thinks he can just about get it.
Well, as I say, within a couple of shots things can open up, and they're just starting to.
7. Eight.
Yeah, he has played some fantastic balls in this match so far, Matthew Stevens.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of snooker fans
40.
hoping he has a good season and he can climb back up the rankings. He's 36th at the moment,
50.
so just within shouting distance of the top 32. Be here next week, of course, for the British Open. Calendar is still slightly up in the air. The Turkish Masters was due to be played in the end of September. It's been moved back to March. It's no one's fault. It's the, well, we know the reason, the ongoing pandemic and the issues around travelling.
Yeah,
21.
we recently had the same thing with the Seniors Championship. It's supposed to be on at Hull. That's had to be put
22.
back till the new year. Nothing they can do about it, I'm afraid. I think most of the snooker players are just glad they've still got tournaments to play in.
$28. 29.
Well, John Higgins is the only man who's beaten Kyren Wilson in the ranking event version of the Championship League, which was first held last year. Of course, he still won the title, Kyren. This match, not significant for him really, but it's been good to see Matthew Stevens turn it on.
35.
And now he's just looking to close it out if he can, and that will be a great way to end the day against one of the big favourites for the title.
36.
Yeah, I wonder what he did between matches 2 and 3 to give him this inspiration.
$42. 43.
Yeah, 58 in front. The pink 64, so just one more red after this. And it's game over.
It's easy to say, oh well, if only you could have started the day like this. It's a different
49.
scenario when you're starting out, more tension early on.
50.
But a great way to finish. It's been good to see him play this well. As I say, let's hope we see a lot more of him this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Very popular player, Matthew. Very popular lad.
56. 57.
I'm not sure Ken's saying that in the players' room, but
Yeah, Stevens will finish third, Ken Doherty fourth in this group.
63.
This is the
64.
sort of freedom snooker players wish they could play with all the time.
yeah, this is exhibition stuff
70.
from Stevens. Let's see how he gets on this last red.
71.
Oh, stop it.
That always happens when you need the bed, doesn't it? Every time.
77. 78.
Well, Kyren Wilson can afford to smile even though he's lost 3-0. Because he'll be back Friday and he'll be ready. You can be guaranteed to try and defend his title.
84. 86.
Well,
Oh,
the
89.
table was completely locked down, wasn't it, when he came to it? But this has been a barnstorming effort.
Absolutely phenomenal.
93.
Just underlining what a great player he is still. Oh, wonderful stuff.
98.
Come on then, Matthew, not the pink in. for
Don't
the
let us
century.
down now.
Ah, fabulous. Really brilliant.
104.
This is how everyone dreams of being able to play snooker. And Matthew Stevens has
111
cleared up
frame.
with an
Well,
audacious
Matthew
111.
Stevens.
That was wonderful stuff. Really wonderful stuff
Cheers,
from
Matthew.
Matthew
Thank you.
Stevens.
Cheers, Kyren.
But of course, it's Kyren Wilson who ends the day as the group winner. Matthew Stevens, though, winning the last match by 3 frames to 0.
All the best.